to the server. And I don't think it'll be too different today. ENCE, on the other side, they're on a 5-map losing streak on Inferno.
Chad, how many members of Astralis not buying Kevlar? This is clearly an intention. We saw this on Dust 2 as well.
Yeah, they want to opt for a lot of utility
So
here.
much util.
And this was something that Sean Gares actually floated as some options a couple years ago. So it's curious to see it being picked up in such a fashion. And, wow, Sunny wants to kick this one off very aggressively down Banana. He's continuing to pick. A lot of this utility is just being used for crowd control.
He's got a decoy, fake decoy for is it coffins? Okay, so they're actually just going to throw it around the corner. They need info. There's a lot more around the corner than Sunny anticipated. Still peeking on the flashes. Still, actually, I was going to say heroes. No. Sunny's actually tapped away at 2 heads. And Device, he's been peppered as well. That's the no... I was going to say no armor. He's the only one with the Kevlar vest, actually. So this is perfect from ENCE. They'll be grouping up towards the A site, and there's 3 members there. Or, excuse me, 2. Need to refresh my HUD. Alu and Yampi. I don't know how they plan to overcome this. If Magic could somehow get the flank, get Sergey. Yeah, this is the jewel he was looking for. Sergey's confirmed that there is a flank coming in, and oof, easy find with the USP eventually. And back to B then. A smoke and a Molotov, it's not the worst mix, maybe towards New Box.
If they can plant, that's a win for Astralis now. This round's fallen apart very quickly.
Yeah, a Molotov kind of determines my excitement, and it's not found the frag. Device has, though. They can just get one more. The bomb could go down. Doto's denied it. That's actually crucial. So Sunny and Doto, a double, respectively. And it does give ENCE the pistol round. Now, with no bomb plant, Astralis don't necessarily have the funds to slap in the 3rd round. Might see some Tech 9s and Armors into our 2nd.
I enjoyed this from ENCE here because you could see the clear intention not to give up banana control. They wanted to make sure they harassed until they had a couple of picks, and by doing so, they even took down some of the members who had invested in utility. So ENCE off to a bit of a flyer here with the pistol round, but the same thing happened on Dust 2, and then they lost to a clutch. But you're right, without that plant, we won't see the AKs dropped. We won't see anything at all, just grenades. So quite a conservative approach here from Astralis, and that means these UMPs should have a bit of a field day. If they can pick up the majority of the kills, that will help stimulate the economy for ENCE here in round number 2, and then maybe they can get an AWP out, just depending on how many frags they find for Alu as quick as you like, or if they don't, if they keep it clean, maybe they can go for a bit of a bonus. But let's see. How good are the Glocks of Astralis? Molly towards Device. He's not long for this world. And a great little setup here. Sunny and Sergey chiming together, working together, and continuing to press forward. Oh, they're both dinked.
They are. Maybe the Glocks could overrun them. They just have to hit the first shot. He wasn't far off his crosshair, just a little shy of the mark. And Glaive trying to finish the job. Sergey doesn't really flinch. 9 HP, stands his ground and gets the USP frag. So, ENCE, weather the storm with a full Glock eco.
Ooh, Alex, Sergey has 4.9k, meaning he could drop an AWP over to Alu. He's gone for an M4. I'm surprised they didn't try and bring the AWP out earlier. We know how potent Alu can be on the AWP on the CT side. He loves to pick towards middle, goes for those mid-round kind of jewels, and that makes life very, very janky. But keeping it conservative, ENCE, so operating with 3 SMGs, 1 M4, and a FAMAS up against 5 AK-47s and a light smattering of utility from Astralis. Let's get this one underway because we get into the business rounds very, very quickly.
Yeah, here we go.
One of the things Astralis might struggle here with is the amount of utility damage they can pull off on the T side. They don't know what setups they'll be working against. ENCE could have retooled completely.
Yeah, Magisk has tagged up Sunny, so he's vulnerable, and Sergey's burnt down to a crisp. B's open through flame and bullets. Alu only a UMP. His timing will be everything. The flash won't be there. He tries to peek on the smoke, but not a big enough gap to be too punishing. Astralis still have every man they need. And Jesus, those speculative shots weren't far off, and though they're suppressed, Magisk traces them nicely. Does catch and punish. Yampi trying to retreat, and Ice didn't quite manage to maintain the spray, so it likely will be the save call made. Yampi just trying to keep hold of what he can.
It's not a lot to save, but it's better than nothing here. ENCE getting beaten down towards top banana. As I was just saying, they're going to have problems with utility damage. Sergey basically burns to death. Doto seeing if he can trap them in and pick up a frag on the exit, but he's actually made a footstep, and that's been heard. Dupree on high alert and hits a high headshot as That'll be another gun ripped out of the hands, and now it's just Yampy with the FAMAS over towards CTH. There's nobody close enough to take this away, so he will get the option to carry this through. And as the $1,400 loss bonus for ENCE begins, we won't be seeing a very, very potent buy into round number 4.
I mean, let's not forget, Sergey came into this round with so much cash. He dropped an M4. That was to Sunny. We saw how little damage and impact Sunny was able to have with it. So that's going to make him feel definitely a little hard done by. He's got 1,800 into the next round. And so Astralis definitely a big swing of momentum in favor of them into our 4th round of play.
Yeah, so as long as Astralis can keep this clean, they can begin to establish their T side. Now they're going into the next round with full utility. And ENCE have all in. So this is quite a push here. They've upgraded some rifles, SMGs, Deagle for Sergey at best. This is a very important round for ENCE in the early stages, and that's a miss Molotov.
That is a bit of a mistake. I don't know if it's going to be punished too much. Now, they have the flash pulled, but no one's there on the half wall just yet. The nade definitely bodes much better. They're going to do this partnered with the retake smoke. So no molly, but the nade could very well do good damage just over the roof into Glaive's face. So he's brought down to 68. Softens him up for the Deagle action later. Taking apps control as well with the bomb leaning B. They want to try and keep those CT's feet planted on A. And with so much time left on the clock, actually, Alu's soft rotated to B. He's come to back them up. Does have an M4 and no nades. They need to flash reaggress. They need an opening kill. And Astralis are aware of that. Hiding behind the half wall, it does mean you're not going to get caught by the flat. Oh, it's perfect timing. Just as they boost on the half wall, they can drop off in time. And Astralis will survive the initial reaggression. More damage. This time the HE chipping away at Sunny. Regrouping towards the A site. Don't forget Alu rotated in. Hi, Dupree. Oh, by Yampy. He does land the dink, but it's M4 v AK, and the AK does do that one-shot headshot. Enough to seal the deal of the first. Now trying to fake the B rotate. And Magisk has gone down. Now Device needs to convince them that they're going B, and that frag should be enough. Alu's on the site as well. Device running in. Trying to pull any rotate off he can. He doesn't check his corners. Oh. And Alu's got a crucial frag. Maybe there's damage to be done. Doto, what are you made of, my man? Sergey's on the site as well. 10 seconds. The bomb on Glaive. Wait.
What is going on?
The bomb's going B. With 1 second to spare, they plant it. Alu rotated off. He feels like a right plum.
He thinks it's A. Yikes.
They got play. I thought that was their round to win after the death of Device, but they pivot just in the nick of time. Doto and Sergey were in such power positions to deny that plant. 8 seconds as Glaive turns the corner on Banana. That was intense, but it's actually enough to win them the round.
Where did they see the bomb for Alu to commit to that rotation? That is wild.
Do you have Skybox running?
Yeah, let me see if I can find this and work this one out.
We can just learn together.
Because that was a very odd rotation there from Alu.
So do pre-frag Yampy short.
But the bomb was on Glaive the entire time.
Apps. Bomb was on Glaive the whole time, yeah, absolutely. When did he start his relocation?
All right, so I've got it up right now. So at this point, Alu's just killed a player in B. Now there's action going down on A, more flashes. Alu's left. I'm surprised that Glaive's footsteps weren't audible because he was noisy the whole time. So I'm not quite sure what drew them over from A. Look, there was so much investment. I'm going back a couple seconds here. So you can see flash over, Zipex fighting, but he's on his own. He's keeping 2 of them busy, and he's even drawn the rotation.
Jumped out of the balcony. I mean, that was perhaps enough for them to say, yeah, it must be A.
Yeah, okay, well, they saved the guns at least.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker for ENCE, though. They did all the hard work, and they just get caught out by the positioning and decision-making of Glaive. One of the world's best in-game leaders. It's the best team to ever do it. And that is Device making quite a strong case for another round on the Astralis board. They've picked off one on Coffins, a quick one tap of his AK-47. 2 armored M4s, an MP9 for Doto, and that's the only kit as well, so his positioning will have ramifications. Looking to deny brackets control. And it's not like Doto can fight for brackets. He's just going to have to kind of let it happen.
Yeah, he needs to hope that they all line up and are flashed and probably not looking at him to.
Yeah, okay, well, I don't like how long your list is. I really don't.
It's not the checklist we're looking for.
A pit smoke. I've been trying to get a pit smoke in my repertoire. I don't have one.
Where's he rush? Is he tucked in towards the bench, in towards middle, aiming at the flower pot? And it is indeed. So that looks like a simple one, as long as you get yourself a bit of a jump Rooney.
Yeah, I got a jump Rooney. And Yampy blocking them and knifing them!
Are you serious, Yampy?
Strafed it! He actually gets $1,500 knife kill onto the Dane, the only one though. The rest are going to save the M4s. I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's a great way to exit the round here for Yampy. Look at how much cash he's working with. The loss bonus as well as even built on up to make it so he's going to be dealing with bucket loads. And Astralis, they're not looking to chase. They've just fortified the A bomb site, making sure there's no retake potential, no ninja defuse possible whatsoever. And Sergey and Alu are going to continue to do what they have been doing and save those guns. So it's only one death for Alu so far. Just boosting up to make sure that they can take the least amount of damage possible. Vegas might want to get in on this action. Hello. Bomb goes off. Third round on the board for Astralis as they continue their T-sided campaign. And now the guns can come back on out for ENCE, and we might see a full buy. Yampy has enough if he wants to drop an AWP over towards Alu, and there it is. Actually, Doto's currently got it, so let's just make sure they're able to shift their weapons around. And a timeout taken from ENCE. And I like the timing of it, knowing that now you're about to get underway with the big weaponry, have everything that you hopefully desire off of all those saves, carried across guns.
So, I don't want to say Dust, I've got similar tingles to Dust too, but ENCE getting the first 2 rounds and then the Astralis machines whirring into action.
Check this out, Alex. This is from round number 4 where we had all the confusion. So Device runs in all on his own. So at this point, if Alu clears it, which he is doing, it's, oh, nobody's home. All right, I better rotate. It's not here. He was just selling the fake. And I swear that Glaive would have been audible there because there was not enough time for him to be shift walking into the site. So a bit of a brain fade from Alu potentially. Might have to go back and watch it in the demo just to see exactly what he saw and exactly what he heard. But Astralis really got away with one there.
They really did. Just stole it from them. Daylight robbery. See the power of that half-wall smoke does stop any punishes off the back of that util, which has definitely punished, and there's more where that came from. Oh, it's perfect util usage from ENCE this round. They've managed to bring Glaive and Magisk down to 31. Now very softened up for this push, but the half-wall flash is still lined up. He's got it cooked and ready. It would have been a perfect flash onto Sergey, but now a close half-wall Molotov will spur them forward, or make them respect it. They've opted for the latter option. Bomb retrieved again. And this quad boost, they've got 3 players leaning A so heavily that if anyone from Astralis wants to deny mid-brackets, it's probably going to be lethal. I mean, you will lose your life in pursuit of that information.
Yeah, the trades here don't look like they're going to fall in their favor.
Oh, that's a molly, though, that does stop Alu holding the line.
Oh, it's been fluffed.
Oh, they missed it.
Flashes are good.
Yeah, but it's not enough to deny mid-control. Maybe Glaive with a full commit. Oh, he's gone down. Alu's holding A. That's enough for the info for them. And look how fast Alu's going. He pulled the trigger a second ago. He's already on long. He likely will rotate on the next call from B.
Great smoke as well. This is denying a lot of access.
25 seconds, Astralis. Where are you going? Feels like B. Alu's not moving the muscle. Sunny wants info, and he does find one, expecting more. But up A they come, and this time the CTs are in the right places. They're not falling to the silly reindeer games. Astralis, you haven't got time for this. Alu's punished them. They just don't have any time. They'll have to back away. Stop the hunt. Sergey's got him. And this is a perfect round from ENCE. They will equalize 3-3. Astralis just getting strung out across the map, and a big part of that was the B denial. Sunny and Sergey doing a great job.
Yeah, very good utility usage there, and it was also the positioning that you pointed out over towards quad side. So 2 key parts of ENCE's defense. They're both operating at full capacity to make sure they can get the third and tie things up. As Astralis do have enough money to buy back in, and now ENCE need to string another one together to build a bank on their side. Alu's still carrying that AWP. There's 2 defuse kits in play and full utility. It's round number 7. It might be a bit of a brawl because this looks faster from Astralis. They're sending 4 players through second middle, spamming through just to obscure some footsteps and make sure there's no holes present. So they're going for the same setup. Yampy up on the balcony. He wasn't spotted. Alu AWPing quad. This does leave a massive gap over towards the arch side. But this can't be identified for Astralis. Even if you did your homework, well, you can't. This is the first time this roster's ever playing.
Yeah. Flash is great. Toto can't help. Zipex gets down. What on earth? He's tucked in. Oh, he's pulling out nades. Put them away, young man. Magisk and Glaive have kept the round competitive. 3 CT's bodies litter the battlefield. Bomb goes down. Magisk, oh, he could have been spotted on that gap. I think Sunny just pulled out a little too soon, and Magisk was the one to drop that smoke to re-lock them out on long.
Oh, it should be a save, but it looks like they're looking for a kill at least. You can see that Sergey has now come over to meet his teammate in Sunny, but unless Astralis offer them up a misplay, ENCE will have to hold on to their guns. It's just the right call considering where Doto and Alu's cash is at. They will be able to buy in the next round, but not if they lose these. And there you go. They've called off the dogs.
Yeah, boy.
And they'll just hold on to those 2 M4s. So as quick as you like, those 3 players over towards pit and quad side fall, and that's the round. It's simple as that. There's not any real nuance to it. But I like the play from Astralis. They're making sure they're able to make something a bit more decisive. It's not just the defaults they're operating with. Alu almost made it interesting with picking up that AK. If he gets Magus, well, that round's on like Donkey Kong. But
out of interest, what do you think Zipex was going to try and molly? You know, he's pulled out his molly when he's dropped mini pit. Like, what on earth? To sight, maybe?
Yeah, I think either or a deep one over towards the arch side to make sure they can't push and help out the teammates while they're getting whittled on down, just to slow the rotation.
I don't understand the thought process because I've never thought about pulling out a nade as I've leaped out a balcony.
Oh, this aggression's been spotted.
Yeah, that's a big load of info. And Dupree, he's locked Doto in. What are you supposed to do?
Help me, guys, please.
What are you supposed to do? Device finds him eventually. Trying to smoke himself out of trouble. Dupree's presence was enough, and a very interesting smoke from Device. Just basically said, both teams saying, please don't go middle.
Yeah, so they've been able to negate one another, and look at the B bomb site. You've only got Sunny over here, and he's not even in the bomb site whatsoever. So if it is a B finish...
He can smoke off B from there.
Yeah, I think, however, even if he was to throw it, they will just save. Being down a man again, Astralis marauding into the site. He would need to get a couple here as they cross through the smoke.
Or push through the smoke and get a double spray down as they plant.
It'd be audacious.
He tried to catch the planter. Magisk uses that trace of fire to track him. Or to trace him.
Well, that's going to be the rounds. As again, ENCE will have to hold on to their upgraded weapons. And this time, there's a prize possession in the AWP from Alu. They need to find him some impact. Maybe let him off the leash a little bit to go for some uncharacteristic picks against the defaults. But now that he's missed that shot, they know where he is. And the money is good for Astralis. They can start chasing.
Okay, yeah, that's a big frag from Yampi. Being able to confirm that the apps is currently uninhabited. He's actually walking into Device's AWP here. And a hard shot to hit, and he's taken another big frag from Yampi. That's actually going to enable the double AWP setup that otherwise, financially, was just never going to happen. They got $2,400.
Be interested to see if they actually want to operate with this. Yampi looks like he's holding on to it, not going back for the AK. So the double AWP setup against Astralis, the reason this is very risky is their utility usage is on point. You're either going to be flashed, naded, molotovs, or smoked off of your line. It's very unlikely that they give you a window. And if you can find one, well, you better make sure you hit your shot. You can't be hitting a couple of sitters like we saw Alu do just there.
I like the Alu mid peak. I don't know if he's going to go for it. It looks like he is heading that side. But he's one of the few players that tends to get away with it very commonly.
Check out this setup. It's a double AWP A defense. This is unusual.
Yeah, I bet it's actually got some legs, though. Lots of util does deter them. Oh, Magisk burning down. It's a cruel reality. A small variation in that safe spot you found. No longer safe. A slightly different molly. Suddenly, your little safe haven, your patch of green. Not so good. It's a big opening frag for ENCE. They needed that. And let's got this. I'm intrigued by a double AWP A setup because you can see there are gaps. Alu's holding middle, and he'll just take cursory looks towards the boiler walkout. It's not a risk many teams take dry. So you can see their angles do technically cover the entire A site. I don't fancy Dupree's chances. He has the right eye peak here, but can't be quick reactions. God damn, nearly. And pushed on. Device anti-flash and connects. That's a big start. Knowing that the B defense were trying to get information, suggesting that now they can work their way, worming through these smokes.
Oh no,
Good catch. Yeah, and Zipex did get tagged, but it's not enough to convert lethality. Yampi, middle of nowhere, but still hitting the shots necessary. Needs to stop Glaive from hunting. And it's a good Z-axis angle that really was uncomfortable for Yampi. Does enable the bomb to go down. They flood into the site. Sergey coming in from spawn. We got Doto up mid. And it's a very familiar set of circumstances. There is still a smoke on Device. If Doto goes down, big frag. Device has managed to fall, and now they've got full util on Doto. He can at least flash to set up Sergey. Zipex is low too. Molly, they can walk up short now. Glaive not known to be the AWPer, but he hits the shot necessary, which means it's all onto Doto and Low. Very uncomfortable scenes. Glaive's holding the hay bales push. Bomb's half gone. Maybe, oh, barrel. A freebie. Glaive's giving it to him. He smokes on the bomb. Zipex on Graveyard. He's going to go for the full hold, or it's a fake. Draws the fire. Zipex has got enough. And the 1v1, one out. That's the first frag we've actually seen from Zipex in the kill feed, and it wins the 1v1, puts the 6th round on the board. 6-3, Astralis starting to run away with things similar to that of their Dust 2T side.
Oh, all right. That one could have really gotten out of control for Astralis there. Because they identified that the AWP was over towards pit, or at least halls within the early stages, they probably thought there wasn't one over towards arch side. So as soon as Alu pips that shot, and he goes down, they must start just flooding in, thinking that the site should be clear. But hold up, we've got some aggression, we've got some nukes down mid.
Yes, nades and pistols charging middle. Device has handled the banana side. There's more where that came from. The Molly's holding them at bay. He really wants to solve this mystery.
Oh!
Finds the answer.
Flash from Zipex as well.
Yeah, that's perfect. Using the underpass to catch him off guard. And now Alu, well, he's got his knife out. Device can hear him. So 3, 2, 1. We've got a 7th. Astralis connect. Dupree digs him out of trouble. It does get scary when you lose the early casualty, and then there's so many uncertainties as to how much ground they've covered, what's safe. You either have to slow down or, as Dupree did, bring the fight to them. He had the advantage, he had the weapon, he had the armor, and he made good use of it. Every schmeckle they could possibly scrape together now from ENCE. Max loss. No surprises there, as it's 4 rounds in a row from Astralis.
Smiles on the faces of Dupree now. He was having a frustrating time in the early stages of Dust too. Yeah, so
thanks to Alu.
Yeah, good to see him alive and kicking. As well, Sergey, you're going to cop some nades. You're going to cop almost an early death. He's on 15. Can he get out? Flames surround him, and the nades, they're even better. Astralis, they trade back, and this favors the T's as banana pressure is quite clear at this stage. A shot to the back of Magus, just keeping him in check, as Dupree will pick up the bomb. They haven't lost control right now, Astralis, of window room or halls, but they don't know that. It's a very defensive setup from ENCE, who are now operating with very little information. You can see Alu on the arch side with the AWP. He's maintaining bracket control, and it's just this man on your screen, Sunny, lonesome over towards B.
It's worth noting how they've parked Device in that corner.
They can hear the rotations through Speedway.
Ingo was his name-o.
Okay, so a smoke towards top middle will give Alu a little bit more time to continue to maintain this mid control. He can walk up towards quad side, and to deal with that will be Dodo on the balcony, but now Device is looking for a pick. If he gets this kill, B's open. Oh, he has. Look how simple it is.
Simple for him. Well, that's the A rotate locked in. Alu's got to go and respect that. Yampi's going, Doto's going, and it's going to be an A finish. This is a heartbreaker. Device continuing to make a convincing case. Yampi trying to take control. Doto's still second-guessing it, though. He heads back to library, but what are Astralis doing?
They've overcooked the
20 seconds. What is your plan? Okay, Device decides to hit the wall bang.
Going back to B.
They are with 18 seconds. Unless Alu hits the shot to deny the bomb plant, that's Dupree.
We got smokes for spawn. It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't. 10 seconds. High flash. The bomb's going across now. Can't be denied, surely. He's hoping they don't push in. Oh, the bomb goes down, but the spray is there. Doto. Device would have to ace to clutch it. He's found an elevated position. He's holding it. 3 seconds. Device doesn't spray. He doesn't have it. Oh, just in the nick of time. My goodness. Device. He's done it all. A round that starts and ends with him.
Oh my God, oh my God.
New addition from ENCE, Doto makes it damn close.
All right, well, I was teeing this up, and this was something I wanted to highlight from a previous round, but that one just got out of control. So this was where they pushed mid with pistols. So check this out. They take down Magus. Now, what I want to highlight is that supportive flash. Look where Zipex is when he throws this flash to set up Dupree. Over towards the balcony position in second mid. Now, here's the hero. The flash in the sky, it goes off, and you've got everybody blind here. Even the player back towards top mid. Alu is flashed during this, and now you can see Dupree comes up, and he picks up all 3 of those kills. But yeah, that round that just happened was absolutely mental. I cannot believe that.
I hope the replays show Doto's push, because that was nearly like a second short of being a round winner.
Yeah, sorry everybody. The reason we don't get the replay there is my bad.
No, I'm sure
I'd already teed up that.
It'll come.
That old skybox. So insane stuff. As now the scoreline is 8-3. That was an exciting round, but in terms of the context of the game, Astralis have won the half, and now it's a matter of damage control. How many can ENCE avoid getting pounded on here? Well, that's a great start.
That works.
could be better. Look at that, well handled. Alu's down to 1.
In case anyone had forgotten that Device is one of the world's best riflers as well.
And this is one of the things I've been noticing more out of Astralis since Magisk is actually doing the majority of the in-game leading, is Device, or maybe it's just the meta shift itself, is taking a lot more fights, a lot more duels with the AK-47s as opposed to the AWP on the T side. It's great to see.
Hey, dude, you've got really good aim and you're good at Counter-Strike. I think I'd like you to use the AK-47 for a bit.
And it makes sense when you can see him getting some great openings and some great clutches as Astralis now. They're tidying this one up. They've got the brooms. They're sweeping away ENCE and any of the danger that they may have been posing in round number 12. Scoreline will be 9-3.
They're jumping out of apps, bringing the bomb from A apps at 20 seconds. That's not even for the first time.
It looks like they're overthinking it in some of these situations. Yeah. But I suppose when a teammate has the whole bomb state, it's like, hey guys,
yeah, you feel like a bit of a plum if you run into A and the last 3 CTs are there. So I can understand it.
I just hate the time on the clock they're doing it. If that was me as an in-game leader, I would be panicking. But that's why I'm on this side. I don't have to freak out anymore. I just get to sit here and...
Well, we can just, you know, like watching a firework display, just make sound effects
I like the fizzy one.
Yeah. I like the... I was about to call it the wagon wheel. I always forget what it's actually called. Pinwheel.
Pinwheel.
Yeah, you get a nail, you put it on the fence post.
Okay.
It just spins and makes lots of sparks.
All right, well...
10-year-old me loved it.
We're going to get what we wanted, everybody. Here's the replay. So Device coming into B. Cracks open the head of Sunny, gets a spam kill through the glass panes, and this is where it gets interesting. Doto, 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2...
Oh, only just.
Man, honestly. And the fact the Device doesn't adjust to the potential for that elevated defuse. Doto tried every trick in the book.
Good crack.
Really good crack. Flashed himself through. That was a one-man army. And a good sign of life from Doto. Alu tries to take the same risk he did with a scout with a glass cannon AWP. I'm baffled that he's got the confidence to go for that. Now, Device has been an absolute nuisance for Sunny. You can see his KD, 5 to 10, and I reckon Device responsible for many of them.
Look at all this space. They don't even know he's pushed up this far.
He is. And he's going to catch him. Sunny's so low. Device admittedly confirms it's 3B. Glave's going to scoop up the bomb. Magisk pivots quickly as well. Doto realizes that info may very well have been guarded and drops his smoke. Alu's rotating in as well. The lurk smoke drops on the balk, but they're not necessarily walking through it. That's Zipex's responsibility. Alu fills the long gap. Yampi and Doto establish a crossfire for short. Doto, met by Zipex, and he does manage to get not only that, but the call on Yampi. Dupree can get the frag if Zipex doesn't steal it from him first, and again, looking brutal. Good nade damage, doesn't finish off Zipex though, and so the save call is made once again. ENCE and their CT sides, they've been having a fair share of woes here against the coordinated Astralis.
And this was to be expected. We came in with ENCE on a 5-map losing streak on Inferno, and never a map that they've looked relatively convincing on. And Astralis, I believe I said they had won 7 on the trot. And obviously, Zipex, he's only been back for Blast, and now the kickoff here within Beijing. But they've won that map twice in Blast. I think one was an overtime affair, and the other was a drubbing against MIBR 16-5. And the best they can muster now within this first half will be 5 rounds, but it's difficult to see how they're going to get there. Everything that they've thrown at them, it hasn't been working out, and I think Astralis, they're just having a good time with this one. Bomb goes off, round gets marked up on the board, and the scoreline 10-3 as we see Zipex with 2 huge opening kills onto that A site. Takes the first, finishes off the second there, and, well, the smoke towards Moto means there was no way back in. The save had to come through, and it didn't look like there was a lot of action in the round, but sometimes that's the way they go. You can see some surprise there on the face of Sunny. And back underway. So round number 14, yeah.
This is where I really want to see ENCE. If you want to stay competitive, coming into the T side, I have no doubt that they will be able to hang. But overcoming that 12, I think that's a number that's just too far gone.
Oh, for sure.
Got to keep Astralis. It's just under wraps in some capacity. Alu is probably one of the best candidates to do so. And an aggressive stance in the apps.
I like this.
Yeah, I like the way this could very well translate. Hang on, that's a great molly.
Oh, it's getting saucy.
Yeah, Sunny and burning. Great spread. He just gets cooked. And that's like the 4th Molotov kill we've seen.
They might not clear Sergey now.
Really? He didn't. And actually, the frag translates nicely. Zipex is getting pressured by the apartment's push. Oh, wow, and they win it. This is big from Yampi. Alu, quick reactions as well. Everyone's independent duel has gone their way. And for the first time in quite some time. Oh, Yampi's expecting this very nice angle. Can't stop Yampi. Double kill. Glaive goes down. And, well, Device has been great. 17-7 his scoreline, but
This would be the ace.
this would be another ace 1v4 clutch. Not many of them on record.
He has time to do this, but not enough utility and really no map control. We can see that there's a gap up mid, and I like what ENCE are doing right now. They've tucked 2 players in towards Pit. One of them's Doto, one of them's Yampi, who's been a bit of a hero in this. So they're just looking to deny the plant, and that's the best way to play out a situation like this. Can even give him site control. Just make sure he doesn't get that bomb down. 16 seconds. Device is in.
What? They might give him a chance here. Confirms Doto's there, trying to plan. Yampi's close on the site, though. 7 seconds. Device will not get that bomb down. He tried his best, looking for a frag, and he gets... Oh. Okay, Yampi. Finishes his triple off with a lovely knife kill. Puts $1,500 in his bank account. He won't be complaining about that, but this was the push. It's nice to see just a change of pace from ENCE.
Yeah, and they had aggression banana and towards second middle, so 2 points where they were taking the offensive, and it gets them around. Yampi, in a game that they are losing, 10-4, has 2 knife kills.
Yeah, and he got one of them in the bloody smoke.
That's wild here, and I love the flair from Yampi. It's good to see some players still trying to go for those risky maneuvers. Now, it's not always the way to go, but it makes it exciting for us as we get the last round underway, as Device does have an AWP. He won't be operating with that AK towards Banana.
We get a T-side orb. They're going to be a different look from Astralis, that's for sure.
Oh, he didn't see Alu.
He didn't, and he goes down to it.
It's a 4-on-4, and ENCE find themselves in a 2-man split. Sergey and Sunny towards B. Yampi and Alu
It's so passive.
A.
Look at that. Sunny is so ready and willing to rotate. He's just going to be holding a flash for his teammate. Now thinking better of it.
I would like to see Astralis just execute here. They've brought out a smoke. Sergey has 1 to work with, but in the 4-on-4, they know that they're likely to isolate the jewels.
Got it, bro. So Device is going to set himself up to try and...
He's getting an AK. Here you go.
Hey, nice.
He left himself a gun, so now he can be a little bit more Rumble Johnson in this one.
So he's going to hold T-ramp with the AWP, but change of plans. AK picked up. 2-2 setup. Technically, favors Astralis. Smokes off the long side. Hoping that that causes paranoia, but Alu's info middle suggests there's nothing there. And here comes the BXX. Sergey, Sunny, about to be tested. It's Device who again draws first blood. 18 frags. And they've found another. Sergey gets sussed out. Molly will deny the plan unless they want to opt for an alternative, and that is more vulnerable to an Alu shot. Damn, 2 not far off the mark, and he just jumps through the smoke. Device, new lease of life, grabs the AWP off of his cold dead hands. Yampi just looking to try and make a bit of impact, but it's an 11-round half. Astralis, firm control, and heading into the defense, looking to add another to the list of their Inferno victories.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime I can can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You got a voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
So 11-4 puts Astralis within touching distance. You can even see the scoreboard being brought up by Yampi behind Sunny. The Finns, ENCE. I mean, let's be honest. In the same way we had to manage expectations when you're looking at the roster debut of Cloud9, you probably want to manage expectations when looking at the debut of not only a new coach, but a new player integrating into the ENCE roster. Dota on your screens, he did have a nearly god-tier moment so far, nearly denying in a 1v4. Killing that planter just a second too late, enabled Astralis to convert it though. And convert they shall. Look at JG.bet. My God, full faith in Astralis. And full util on the pistol. Astralis love it.
Yeah, really investing heavily here. And these nades, we've been seeing them smashing down bomb plants time and time again. Can be used on either side, but if Zipex goes down early, it might make that a little bit more difficult. He spots out one, calls for a rotation, and Glaive will be making his way over quickly. Got two towards the end of apartments for Astralis here, while Device on 19 frags has to deal with mid. There's no other player right now for Astralis who has double-digit kills.
Yeah, and he's nearly got 20.
Insane.
That is a Device-like performance. Great nade. Look at the timing on that nade. Doto loses all of his health. That's over 150 damage dealt. Pushing up long.
Oh, they got mid to B.
That's a one-tap headshot. Glaive has cut them down to size, and there's more where that came from. Yampi confirmed to be wrapping into the site. And Glaive's got a deep smoke.
Smokes.
Deep smoke. They have to push through it. He needs to contest it. Double push, and both are under pressure. Finally, Glaive goes down. Good damage, but it's not enough. Yampi's practically winning this on his own.
Well, now the smokes are used against
and
Astralis.
He's picked up a nade. That nade can play in nicely if they could just stop it. Oh, good shot. Device has once again made things awkward. 20 seconds, they need to plant, but to cross back is Magisk. He has their cross. They can't even pick up the bomb without fighting him. Sunny bails them out. He got the first. Dupree needs to stand and fight, delivers the first. Sergey now 1v2. Double Ds. Looking to round this one out. And pushing in is Dupree. Letting him take two 1v1s.
Wow, that was almost very, very awkward for Astralis there. Both smokes that got dumped, one towards Banana, one towards CT, almost locked their retake out. The bomb could have gone down, and we may be looking at a completely different scenario. But the defuse will come through, and they've actually opted to give it to Device so he can get a little bit of extra cash. to splash, because ENCE with that plant, it's likely we see them drop some AK-47s across or go for a Galil buy. And the reason I said that the bomb within the early stages there was spotted, it gave them enough time to set up for this. They knew what the indication was from ENCE and where they wanted to finish. And then as that smoke faded, Yampy gets caught out of position.
Yampy like started his plant.
He's like,
Took a glance, saw the smoke fading and just couldn't tuck in time. Device did well.
Yeah, so at this stage, ENCE need to bounce back because the game will get away from them very quickly. They've actually opted to go for the eco, so this means Astralis, with their upgraded rifles and SMGs, should be finding themselves their 13th. Not too many dramas whatsoever. It's just about keeping it clean. So smoke, deep one, Molotov, good as well. And double nades over towards T stairs as everybody from ENCE is playing far enough back. They've listened to the in-game leader and coach for once. Says, don't push up close. There might be some nades coming. And they've been able to avoid that chunky utility damage from Astralis here. Now, we do see these rounds with the Glocks and the T sides in the recent meta love to just play it slow. And the reason for that is the CTs still have to respect what's on the other side. They're operating from the darkness, so they will throw out their utility, smokes, flashes, Molotovs, and HEs to crowd control, find damage, and help dissuade any attack. But it's all going to be 5 members with Glocks now patrolling up through the boiler room. Howley going late hauls, 4 will be out middle. And quickly, as you like up quad, Magus might get a bunch here. It's a bit late, but they mop it up. Only 1 frag for Yampy there. SMG's getting the lion's share of the kills. That's going to be good in terms of the economy for Astralis as we move into round number 18. But this is do or die for ENCE. If they drop this, they give the AWP and those AK-47s over to Astralis, who are operating on a bit of a bonus round with 2 SMGs carried through. Well, we may as well close this one down because Astralis, we've mentioned this is one of their home maps. It is their pick. And after picking up Dust 2, 16-11 after a fantastic T-half.
Yeah.
Looking like this one might be over quickly here today.
And I mean, all while we have Zipic's top frag performance on Dust 2, and then a Device top frag performance here on Inferno. They're just taking it in turns to have a dominant map.
All right, well, no utility damage over towards Banana again, as it's just Yampy in this logs position. There's no nades to blow him up anymore. And they're just operating with smokes now, so it's all down to the time and the decision-making of ENCE. Astralis are fantastic at holding on to their nades when they know it is a slower play, but once again, ENCE are operating out of a black box since the addition of Dodo and Saw, but it hasn't helped them so far on Inferno. More speculative shots up towards Banana just to have a clear indication that there is somebody home. Shouldn't go much further than this Device.
Really? You actually could time Sunny. Oh, on the reload. That's one nasty first blood to concede. And Device, is he going to get away with this? He does. Dips away and can go and tuck into the site now. Mission accomplished. You've got the numbers advantage, but Glaive's rotate looks a little late. They're turning the corner long now. Glaive arrives on the arch.
Just an SMG.
Just an SMG beating Yampy. And he's even managed to chip away at Doto. He gets across. Alu losing a bit of health as well. Doto hits a crucial shot, but he needs more. Device gets flashed off, and that's a great shot. Doto just needs to find Magisk now, but disrespect from dupreeh. He pushes the library smoke just as they start having an advantage, and you can try and plant Sergey. I respect it, but that's a free AK upgrade, and dupreeh might even see Zipex grab a big zoom banger.
Oh, that's nightmare scenario because that was the investments from ENCE now being used against them. And without the plant, they're operating with very little cash here, ENCE. This was the timing of Device just taking the game on his own accord. There's no rhyme or reason to that. Just going for information, finding a frag, and setting them up for another round. This one here quickly running away from ENCE. 2 more, and this one is done and dusted. They forced it in again. It's a UMP, it's a Galil, it's a Deagle, and 2 AKs. Utility, not a lot of that. Would take a slip up from Astralis here to see ENCE even putting any more rounds on the board. They're in control of the economy. They're in control of the scoreline. They're about to be in control of Banana.
Look at him go. Yampy's so hungry for something. He has managed to get them the opening kill just through the flames. So disconnected from his squad. Unfortunately, there's nothing to be profited from that. Now Device is actually set up with full info Banana. If you want to challenge him, you will meet his AWP. And again, rattles off a shot. It
That's
echoes
the
through
bomb.
Inferno.
Look where the bomb is.
Yeah, if you even got a deep smoke, dude, I don't know why he hasn't considered just completely and totally denying the retrieval of that with a deep smoke, but he's got his AWP as well to do that. Ah.
There's a gap?
Oh, he catches in midair. Sergey, just a slight visual.
Oh,
There
it's a
to back him
nightmare.
up. Yeah, this is just put a fork in it. It is done. ENCE have just hit a bit of a wall that is Astralis. It's painted red, it's painted white. But it's a very strong wall as Astralis' defense. And after finding all the things they need on the T side, this is just feeling like a formality. It was 11-4 half for those of you that missed it. Astralis have come in with a pistol victory, albeit through 3 unarmored CTs. They've been making it work with the util, and yeah, that's
Pretty accurate.
pretty accurate summation of ENCE's mental state right now.
All right, well, it's an all-in. It's a Hail Mary. It's a fast B, at least with a couple. He found the entry again, Alex. He's done his best on that Yampy. He's looked like a very good opener for them, but they don't have anybody to close.
Yeah, here we go. People taking individual duels and winning it. Sunny finds the Yams player, but
Come on, Device. Give the guy a break.
Orping in the site, or is he flanking me with a CZ75? Oh, what a nasty death for Sunny to concede. They are coming his way.
Oh, he didn't get a gun. Oh, no.
He'll have to defend with only a CZ and 9 bullets. He can hear them above him. Magiska's found him. The comms are good. Sergey spotted. Magis just takes it in turn. And this will be all onto Alu. What a quick finish to Inferno we've got here. Oh, absolutely picked apart. Device has lost his AWP. Maybe it cost him his life here. Not to be. Device makes it work. Dominance from Astralis. It bodes very well for some of their later stages of IEM Beijing.